Hey guys, Uncle Ray. Welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make an informed decision. And guys, look, we know there's a lot of hot sectors coming up in the next bull run. We got the banking reset tokens, the ISO 222 compliant tokens. Got that covered. It's a great sector to put into your portfolio, in my opinion. None of this financial advice. But we know AI is going to be big. I've covered some good AI projects. You got metaverse, gaming, tokenization of assets, and DeFi is going to be massive. Well, we talk about that a lot. But now, since a couple of weeks ago when I uncovered all the things that China is starting to do in blockchain, this is going to be a hot sector to capitalize on. We want to front run that. So I want to go through the projects that we know and can verify that China is going to be using with their blockchains. There's 3 that they are creating. Now, we're not going to talk about all of them. We're just going to talk about the ones that are in the public blockchain that they're creating. Now, I'm going to go through those very fast. I highly recommend grab a pen, write some of these down if they look interesting to you. And I just want to get you looking in that direction. That's why it's called the Crypto Bellwether. That means leader, and just point you to the right direction. And hopefully you guys will do your own homework, and we'll see what conclusion you come to. And let me know in the comment section so I can get more information and share with everyone. That's what it's all about. Now, we're going to dive into multiple tokens, and at the end, I've got 2 pretty cool things I want to share with you. One is about social media, and the other one is about banking. I find it highly interesting, and I think you will too. But the first part of this video, we're just going to go through the projects that China has recognized that they are going to use in their blockchain. Now, China is creating their own private blockchain. So who cares? And that's why I haven't been looking at China. I knew that was coming. But they now have announced the BSN, the Blockchain-Based Service Network. And that is going to be their blockchain to the world. And they also have announced that they are creating a blockchain for banking to compete with like SWIFT and XRP. So they're looking to dominate everything. Now, I understand that a lot of people don't want to invest with China. I'm not that guy. I don't like it, but I don't like a lot of things that's happening in blockchain. I don't like the centralization. I wish we were going to have that decentralized utopia, but we're not. But I want to front run whatever project that I can that is going to get a lot of global adoption from governments, the banks, and Wall Street. And this is a sector, in my opinion, everyone needs to take a look at. Now, we're not going to talk about the Hyperledger tokens. We got that covered. Most people know what those are. But the good news is a lot of them are going to be involved with this blockchain. But I want to talk about and that's the private blockchain. And that's the cool thing, guys. And I want to be clear, no matter what, put this in your memory bank. When I first found out about all these private blockchains, it really was a buzzkill. Then I realized, and I know this to be true, no matter how many private blockchains there are out there that we cannot invest in, they got to have the interoperability with tokens like Quant and say Chainlink. So there are a lot of avenues that we can invest in. But this, we're going to go through the public blockchains that China's acknowledged that they are going to run on in their public blockchain. Now, I kind of think about this as TikTok. China has TikTok that's private for them. It's conservative and it's very controlled. And then they have TikTok for the world that is out of control, in my opinion. But that's fine. It is what it is. Anyway, let's get into it. Now, in doing my research, the first thing they said literally was Cypherium is the gateway to our global blockchain. So we definitely need to take a look at Ethereum, which I've talked about. The Fed now, they're using that. So that is a big thing. You got Fed now coming down the pipe, and now you have China using Cypherium for sure. Now, all roads, whether you like Ethereum or not, and guys, I highly recommend if you don't appreciate the value of Ethereum, you need to stop comparing the technology to whatever you think is better and start comparing the ecosystem. Because it's like having the best quarterback thinking you're going to win the Super Bowl, but you need to follow the best team and the best coaching. And no matter what, and it's not even close, Ethereum has the best ecosystem. And it has the biggest adoption and the most big boy money coming into it. So, not financial advice, but before you invest in any of these tokens, you should consider and use Ethereum as the bar. If it's not going to outdo Ethereum, because Ethereum has the best risk reward outside of Bitcoin. So if it doesn't have a bigger upside, who cares? I'm here for the money and hopefully not to lose it. So just keep that in mind. That's the way I do things. Now, Tezos, I've mentioned this before. And if you're not familiar with Tezos, go check it out. It is a great layer one. It's very scalable and it has a lot of high-tech technology. Now, China said that was outside of Cypherium, their first blockchain that they partnered with. Now, EOS comes up a lot. So in all my research with China, EOS came up a lot of times. And over the last couple of weeks, it's popped up in a lot of different researches. I was researching the ISO tokens. It came up on a banking diagram that got my attention. I also was doing a video about Ripple XRP, had multiple articles written by Harvard. Well, when I was reading some of those articles, EOS came up as well. That got my attention. And guys, if you don't know about EOS, it had a rug pull. But if you talk to any developer, it's like what Ethereum wants to be when it grows up. It's a powerhouse from my understanding. And the rug pull, all those people that created it are gone. They're in a lawsuit to sue them to put money back into Ecos, but it has a new board, has new existing founders or partners, whatever you want to call them. Everything is new and they're getting a lot of attention. And guys, yes, they had the rug pull, but the developers and the team that's involved now were not the people. They were the victims. The technology is still there, and they're trying to get some really good funding, and I'm guessing China would be glad to back them. Now, so take a look at EOS. No matter what, I looked at EOS Nation and WAX. WAX came up, and that really got my attention. I'm not familiar with it, but it says the most proven Web3 ecosystem for gaming and NFTs. Now, I'm not going to spend much time on it, but guys, that looks like a phenomenal project. Go look at WAX. No matter what, guys, Ultra is a powerhouse. And so what I like about Ultra is that it tends to be the backbone of gaming. I mean, it is a powerhouse. I'm not going to go through it, but guys, when you go look at everything that supports and everything that is involved with Ultra, it's pretty impressive. It really, really is. So if you're looking to diversify, which I think everyone should, go take a look at Ultra. China is going to be incorporating that in their blockchain. Now, Ori, Network. I'm not familiar with it, but I did look at this, and when you look at it, says the Open Rights Exchange blockchain is built for decentralized identities, assets, and rights. It says Ori works cross-chain with Ethereum, Algorand, EOS, see, there you go, EOS again, and more to connect Web 2 to Web 3, allowing everyone, everywhere to easily use blockchain technology. That interoperability exchange, guys, that's the future. And China has acknowledged Ori Network. Go check it out. Now, NEAR is a powerhouse, period. I think it's one of the best layer ones out there as far as the tech. From my understanding, I'm not a developer, but I've talked to a lot of them. They love the NEAR technology, so go check it out. Another one is Oasis Network. That is on the Polkadot chain, which is a phenomenal interoperability blockchain, and it's on Polkadot, which is another chain that China has acknowledged. So check those both out. Now, stay with me, guys. We're almost at the end. This project I found very interesting. I didn't get to go down the rabbit hole, but just a little bit. But it's called Findora. Findora is a decentralized, privacy-preserving smart contract platform. Build the next privacy dApp with world-leading zero-knowledge technology on Findora. I highly recommend, guys, go to Findora.org, check it out. I know zero-knowledge technology is a very hot sector in the future. We need it. Now, ChainFlux. It has a token called Shine. That came up a lot in my research. And I'm not exactly sure what all it does. I didn't get to really go take a look at it. But I know it is an important piece of the pie. And guys, like I said, all I want to do is bring things to your attention. Now, another ISO 222 compliant token that they brought up is Casper. Go take a look at Casper. I think it's going to be a world beater in the future. I don't know when the adoption is going to kick in, but if you talk to a developer, they like the technology with Casper. Now, here's the two things I want to bring to your attention, and we're almost finished, so stay with me. And I'm not exactly sure this is the BBS that they're talking about in the paperwork, because the problem with tracking all this stuff through the rabbit hole is, sometimes they abbreviate things. Well, unfortunately, and I wish they would fix this, you might look up BBS and it literally has 5 different projects that trade under the same exact BBS, right? So you have to figure it out. But this is a blockchain-based user-owned bulletin board system. And it talks about creators and being able to speak your mind. I absolutely love that. Now, I find it kind of ironic that China is promoting free speech. And I'm not getting political, but one thing I've learned about China, just like with TikTok, what they promote in their country and what they want around the world is 2 different things. So, guys, the more you can say, right, in the open market, the more chaos can be created. Just like with TikTok, it's very toxic to our children, and it's not toxic to theirs. They want that type of chaos, and I'm not here to judge. They're a world powerhouse. That's the way they choose to do things. But I want to get behind any project that promotes freedom of speech, because whether you agree with me or anyone else, you have the right to speak your mind. I don't have to listen to it. I can change the channel. But if you want ignorant people, then censor what they say. Look at our media right now. Half the world absolutely can't do critical thinking, and they're very ignorant because they only hear one side of the story. Don't want to get off track. But anyway, go check out bbsnetwork.io. I want to back any project like that. Freedom of speech. Now, this is how I want to end, because this is a phenomenally impressive project. And this is called Exopo.com Bank, right? Well, Exopo.com, and it's Exopo Bank. And I probably butchered that name, but I'm from the South, so bear with me. But I want you to check this out, guys, because they're talking about basically that they are trying to be legalized around the world, and with the regulation, and they have been recognized around the world with some different agencies, obviously not with America yet, but it says licensed in a global financial jurisdiction. And it talks about basically using Bitcoin for the future, and it talks about having a Bitcoin vault and custody. So anyway, it's the future of banking if they have their way. And I'm going to show you this video, and that'll be it. Bear with me, and I want you to check this out. It's pretty interesting. Well, where'd it go? Let's see. Well, guys, that's all I got for you. You need to go look, really go to xapo.com and check out this bank. It is really interesting, and I don't know where the video went to. I'm sure I was surfing around. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I'll let you track that down for yourself. But guys, no matter what, this is a hot sector. Follow the money. I'm going to keep following the ISO projects. I'm going to follow, DeFi, all the bank stuff, the gaming, the metaverse, AI for sure, tokenization, no ifs and buts about it. But we need to follow the international money, and it starts with what China's up to, because China wants to compete with SWIFT and the rest of the world in every category. And guys, they have all the money. They literally do. And they own half the world, or the majority of the world. So it's going to be successful. And it's all going to be interoperable, have interoperability. And that's where like the hyper ledger comes in. That part's exciting. And we got that covered really well on this channel. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that notification so you don't miss anything. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think that China's going to play a big role in blockchain, in the future of blockchain? I do, but I'm curious what you think. And either way, hit that like button and come back and be part of this community. And go to xapo.com. Find that video. It's pretty interesting. Sorry about that. Take care.